Hello, my name is Megan. If you're new to my channel, welcome to welcome back. If you're not, so the title of today's video, this is going to be my first empties video for 2025. So I do film these quarterly, so this is pretty much any empties from January, February, and March. Honestly, I'm very impressed with myself. I must have been really close to finishing a lot of things around the end of the year because this just seems like a lot more products than normal. So I usually go through these by talking about body care, hair care, skincare, and then makeup. And every so often I have like a miscellaneous category, which I do today, so I'll go ahead and talk about those first. But like I said, I'm gonna try to keep the chit chat low. I have a ton of things in front of me, so let's go ahead and just jump on in. Starting out with that miscellaneous category, this is a candle from Walmart. It's the Better Home & Gardens brand. What's it called? Soft Cashmere and Amber. This is the most, I was about to be like, here, smell. This is the most like just relaxing, like spa, warm and cozy scent ever. Yeah, that's about all how I know how to like describe it. I'm not great with scents and I don't notice any notes on here, so that's just what we're going with. But it smells phenomenal. I definitely will be picking that up again in the future. And then to talk about just like some general oral care, I have this TheraBreath Rainforest Mint mouthwash. I really like this stuff. Most mouthwash just absolutely destroys the inside of my mouth, like gives me like legitimate burns. This one doesn't, so that's good. The Rainforest Mint is a scent flavor that I actually quite enjoy. So there's that. Here we are. And then this is the toothpaste that I typically use. It's the No BS toothpaste. I definitely found this on TikTok and I am a fan. It's little toothpaste tablets, so I especially like them when I'm traveling. And then the last thing from this little like miscellaneous category is this mouth tape that I use. I don't use it every night. I go through phases where like I'll use it every night and then I don't use it every night because I find that this one, if I use it super often, it like my skin kind of gets a little bit irritated right around my mouth and I just feel like it looks like I have some disease. So I have to be kind of careful with it or like take off some of the stick, some of the tackiness. But this is my favorite one. It is also lavender scented, which is not something that bothers me. It might bother other people, but I'm a fan. Okay, jumping into body care. I have two body washes that I finished up towards the beginning. Well, this one was towards the beginning of the year. This one was actually a few weeks ago. But this is the Raw Sugar Simply Body Wash in the green tea, cucumber, and aloe vera scent. It's supposed to be like a natural, more natural body wash. And again, it's just like it's just a very clean, fresh scent, which I typically am a fan of. Then we're gonna do a total 180, and this one's from Dove, and I just said I'm typically a fan of a clean, fresh scent. However, this one is the Apple Cider Caramel Limited Edition Body Wash. This smelled phenomenal. It's so like gourmand and just, it smells delicious. It smells like vanilla and caramel and apples. So I had a lot of fun using this around the like holiday time. Like I said though, definitely used it up until recently, but I do really enjoy Dove body wash. I just typically don't spend the extra money on Dove. I'm very much, I think I mentioned before, I'm like a generic brand kind of a gal. Like if I can get the Dove or I can get the Walmart version that is like the exact same thing, I just get the Walmart or the Walgreens version. But this one was a scent that I was very, very intrigued by, and so this is obviously what I picked up, and I'm not mad about it at all. If this is around next year, you can bet your bottom dollar that I will be purchasing this again. In a similar vein, this is the Panoxyl Acne Foaming Wash. I don't use this. This has benzoyl peroxide in it. I don't typically use this on my face. Occasionally I will, but what I actually use this for is on my underarms. I've mentioned before here that I have really, really bad aversions to a lot of deodorants, and it just causes me to like break out in absolute rashes down the side of my body. It's really not fun, which is weird because like I don't have sensitive skin other than that. There's like a handful of things that my skin's like absolutely not. I guess most deodorants being one of them, I don't know. But this is something that I have found that kind of helps with like the new deodorant process that I go through. And so I will like wash my underarms with this, let it sit, it kills all the bacteria, which as we should know, like bacteria is what causes the smell when you sweat and like body odor. So yeah, I start off with this, and then once I get out of the shower, I will go in with glycolic acid, and then I use this antiperspirant This one's just unscented. It's from this brand Ban. My dad uses this, so that's how I originally heard about it. But it's just like a rollerball deodorant. Yeah, so that's what I do, and then like in the morning I will use something similar to this Curie deodorant, which is a clean aluminum free deodorant brand, and that I feel like gets me right for the rest of the day, and then I, you know, shower at night, do the thing all over again, and we just go from there. But yes, so this, if I'm using like an antiperspirant, I typically will pick this one, and then just various clean deodorant brands I'm typically okay with. But the only thing I don't like about this one is it can be really stiff and sometimes it needs to be like warmed up. So if I'm just like straight up going on into my underarms, sometimes it pulls and like is really, really rough, and my arms don't like that. But yeah, I think this one works better than a lot of the native deodorants, but sometimes I can use native. I just really like, my body will be really temperamental, and like a deodorant that works for me one month won't necessarily work for me the next month. So I don't know, we're always just out here experimenting, unfortunately. Similar vein, this is from that Curie brand as well. It is the body spray version of this deodorant. So this is supposed to be, again, like a deodorant, but it's also supposed to just kind of be like a body spray. So like if you want to use this perfume, I guess you could. But these, by the way, were the coconut nectar scents, and the scent notes on are warm, clean, and inviting. I do really enjoy this scent. This was not my favorite mode of deodorant. The spray, I thought I was really gonna like it because I'm figuring like, okay, sometimes I get abrasion from the deodorant stick, then maybe this would be better, but I don't feel like this works quite as well. So I feel like I can kind of use either of them. It just depends on the kind of day I think I'm gonna have. But yeah, I can see myself repurchasing this. Honestly, it was really handy and I liked having it around, but it's not necessarily gonna be my go-to going forward. Then, oops, to talk about 2 hand lotions. If you check out my non-makeup project pan at all, then you should know about these, but these are the 2 hand lotions that I had for the first 2 months. This one is teeny tiny, but it is the Find Comfort Hydrating Hand Cream from Rare Beauty. I love this. It was super nourishing, really, really thin. It didn't like irritate my hands at all or like leave them greasy feeling, because that's why I can't do the textures. So I really did enjoy this. And then I also have from the Beloved brand, which I think is sold at Target, Peach Prosecco and Mimosa Flower hand lotion. Again, got through them pretty quickly and really enjoyed both of them. Would I go out of my way to purchase this one again? Probably not. However, this is on my Sephora list, so just saying. Moving over to hair care, I have 4 products for y'all. The first one is from Prose. It's my custom leave-in conditioner for Megan. I will say, and I think I've mentioned this before, I didn't always, oh my god, I don't know why. If you are not new here, you would know that every time I film, my face just starts itching. Like, I don't know what it is. Is it like somehow where I sit in my room? Like, I have no idea. This plant is fake, so it's probably not the plant. But like, my face just starts itching profusely when I start filming. Anyway, this is like a nice thin leave-in conditioner. However, I don't love the spray on it. So when I got my like new bottle that I'm currently using, it actually came in a pump. So pumped and jazzed about the pump. Honestly, very excited. But this is a nice like lightweight leave-in conditioner where I'm not trying to like soak my hair. But I do want my hair to get those benefits. I'm definitely a fan of that. If you've not tried Prose, I recommend checking it out. It's probably not for everybody, but it's something that I enjoy. I don't know. Then from Spoiled Child, I have this leave-in conditioner. Spoiled Child was really popular on social media, or at least I kept getting pushed ads like it was really popular on social media. I don't know. But this is the capsule for, oh god, can I get this out without it like being really gross on my hands? Probably not. This is supposed to be reusable, like you just swap out the little interior part. So I don't know how to get it out, but this appears to have been the M26 leave-in conditioner, or like leave-in conditioner slash hair mask is really what it was. But let's see, advanced damage repair hair mask, collagen, argan oil, keratin, and avocado oil. I really liked this. They do have some other hair masks on their website that I should probably look at if I do want to go this route again. But as I've talked about on here, hair masks are not always my thing. I have to really be like invested in it in order to do it, because for me, like, how quickly I'm usually in and out of the shower shampoo, then condition, then a leave-in mask that I have to wait 10 minutes. It doesn't take me usually 10 minutes to like sufficiently shower and like wash my body and shave my legs. So it's kind of like something I have to commit to, but I'm not mad about it. It's definitely good for my hair to have it. But yeah, I don't know. So I kind of go back and forth with a lot of those hair masks, but that one I did enjoy. So there's that. From As I Am, this is the classic coconut co-wash. I enjoy co-washes, however, I think this one's a little bit too thick for my hair, like too nourishing almost. So I think if you have like, maybe like 3B up hair, so like 3B, 3C, 4A, 4B, 4C hair, not that I can really speak to that as much, but I have a mixture between like 2C and 3A hair for my curls. And this was just a little bit on the like too moisturizing side at times, not always, but sometimes. But it does smell really good. All the As I Am products smell phenomenal. Like, it's amazing. They all smell great. But yeah, while I do enjoy a good co-wash, I just don't think that one's quite the one for me. And lastly, for the hair products, this is from Keratin Complex. It is the Keratin Care Soothing Shampoo. I have the conditioner of this in my current non-makeup project pan. Again, you can check that out up in the cards. But this one is the Keratin Care Smoothing Shampoo. Frizz fighting shampoo, gently cleanses and helps restore strength and shine. No added sodium chloride. I bought this a couple years back when I did a keratin treatment on my hair. Now, as I'm sure we may all be familiar with, hair oiling is like coming around and becoming more popular on social media. And like, what kind of hair do I have? Is it low porosity? Is it medium porosity? Is it high porosity? I am not gonna lie, I may or may not have given it, you know, some thought, and apparently I guess I have low porosity hair, which makes sense considering my hair texture. And allegedly, you know, proteins are not a great thing to put in low porosity hair, and keratin is a protein. So yeah, I'm just gonna kind of like be careful while I'm using the conditioner. I did enjoy the shampoo, which on one hand I'm like, if I enjoy it then I should just use it, like so what, but I don't know, it's something to definitely like keep in mind, I think. And so if you are looking for something with a lot of keratin in it, I do recommend the Keratin Care line, but if that's not something you're looking for, then I don't recommend it. Yeah. Okay, moving on to skincare. I feel pretty good about this little area. I'm gonna move it all forward. My back hurts, guys, which, what a surprise, my back always hurts. Oh, this is gross. Okay, I'm gonna start with this. I guess just sit up. I'm gonna start with this. I usually just talk about this on like a little slip of paper and I don't actually keep it around because the bottle leaks. So I kept it in my shower because I was like, that way I can show it to you guys. And guess what? The bottle's leaking all over my carpet. So this is the cleansing oil that I use most often. This is the Burt's Bees Nourishing Cleansing Oil with coconut and argan oils. It's about $15 at Walmart, and honestly, I think it's good enough. Like, it breaks down my makeup really well. It lasts long enough. Like, I'm not mad about it. So if something else were to come into my life, like, I would probably check it out, but I'm on my third bottle of this. I like it just fine, so I'm not gonna complain. I also have an empty 4-pack of the Deep Collagen Power Boosting Mask. This is something else I found from TikTok. It's like the collagen mask that goes on white. It's like the sheet mask and it turns clear over time. I actually really like these. I wouldn't wear them overnight. I've done it like once and I felt like it dried out my skin actually. But when I've just put it on for like a couple hours, I thought it was phenomenal. So I do have another pack of these because I ended up buying 2 4-packs, so I had 8 in total. Yeah, so I do have another pack of these like in progress, but not mad about it. Would I repurchase it? Probably, potentially. We'll see. But again, not always a face mask person, so just comes down to preference and like what my vibe actually is for the day, how I'm feeling. So I'm just like, wow, this is a huge waste of money. I'm just like, wow, thank God I spent the money on this because these are amazing. So yes, I do have a handful more of these, but I really liked them, honestly. I thought they made my skin look really nice, like gave me some plumpness, gave me some like added like moisture, but it looks like I'm just like healthy, you know what I mean? Like, it's not like a glossy on top of the skin sort of a glow. It's like it's a glow from within. So I'm a fan of these, honestly. Okay, So, continuing with skincare, this is the Bioma Balancing Face Mist. I've mentioned these so many times. This is probably like my 5th or 6th or 7th bottle. I have no idea. Definitely more than 5th. Probably like, I say like my 7th or 8th bottle is what I'm currently working on. I'm a fan. I like it. It's supposed to help restore my barrier. And if nothing else, it just feels really nice on my skin and I appreciate the glow that I get. So, hey, a win is a win. It's like 15 bucks at like Ulta or Walmart or Target. Wherever you can find Bioma products. So I really like it. It's nice, lightweight, sort of a morning prep spray. I'm going to keep repurchasing it. I also have 2 of these Naturium multi-peptide moisturizers, multi-peptide blend plus ethylated vitamin C and panthenol. That's what we're calling it today. This is my favorite daily moisturizer, genuinely. I am currently working through an e.l.f. Holy Hydration pot, and I really do like the e.l.f. Holy Hydration line, but these are my favorite. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. I think they're like $21 at Target, which is a little bit pricey when you consider like that you can get like the e.l.f. one for like 10 bucks or whatever. But I just love the way that these feel and the way they make my skin look and feel, and these make me happy. So there's that. These are my favorites, and I apparently have 2 empties to talk about today. Also for skincare, also from Naturium, let's just go ahead and go this way. This is the Naturium Plant Ceramide Rich Moisture Cream. I honestly bought this because I was curious, and I'm glad I did. I have a little bit of mixed emotion about it. My skin type is pretty normal with like some combination areas. Just like throughout the day, like I'll get a little bit oily in my T-zone, but nothing that I feel like is not like normal, you know what I mean? So I kind of consider myself to have normal skin. Like my skin doesn't get super oily, it just gets like a little bit shiny. So for me, I feel like this was borderline too moisturizing. I really liked it in the winter. I probably would not use it in the summer, but again, it was thick and creamy, and it just, the way it laid on my skin and the way that my skin absorbed it, I thought it was really nice. So maybe if you have like drier skin than I do, you would also really like this. Probably not though if you have more oily skin, but also I don't know enough about having oily skin because I don't have oily skin. But I would say if you have like normal leaning dry skin, this might be a really, really good option for you. Again, also from that Naturium brand. So it's like fairly affordable. Again, probably about like $21 to $25 mark, but you don't need a lot of it. A little bit goes a long way. I can see myself repurchasing this once I finish up my e.l.f. one. This was mostly like my morning, and this was my nighttime moisturizer. But yeah, I did like it. I did like it. It's just, it's in a pot, so if that's an aversion for you, that's one thing, but I liked it. Cocoa Kind, this is the Ceramide Barrier Serum. Again, I've talked about a handful of these over and over and over again throughout my empties videos. It's a serum that I use mostly in the morning. Sometimes I use it at night, but I typically use it in the morning to kind of like help prep my skin for the day and for makeup. And again, I think I have really nice results when I use these products. I'm a fan. I will continue repurchasing these until they stop working or until I dislike them. I don't know. But it says on it, nourishing daily serum for skin barrier support. And then it just has the directions on the back. I think it's awesome. And it's Cocoa Kind, which is a really affordable brand considering like how drugstore prices are increasing. So I'm a fan. I also have from Good Molecules, this is the Yerba Mate. Is it Yerba Mate or Yerba Mate? Because the way that I'm reading it is Yerba Mate. It's M-A-T-E, no like accents, but people call it the Yerba Mate, so I just don't know. I'm trying to like reopen it. I have it all squished. Oh, it's broken open. Okay, well, this is what it looks like now. It's the Yerba Mate Wake Up Eye Gel. It's like $6 from Ulta. It's from the brand Good Molecules, and I really like it. What's it supposed to do? Reduces signs of puffiness and plumps the appearance of fine lines. I use it mostly as my morning eye cream. Occasionally I'll also use it at night if I'm not wanting to like use Aquaphor, I'll use it. But I really like it. It gives some nice glow to the skin. It's hydrating. It's like, I don't know, I'm a fan. And again, it was only like $6. So, and it also lasted forever. I feel like I had that for the majority of the year. We'll have to look at like whenever I finish my current one, because I did purchase it like 2-3 weeks ago, so I've had it for the majority of 25, you know what I mean? Like by the end of the year I will have had it probably for the majority of 25, so we'll have to see how long that one lasts, because I don't give us an answer. Also for eye creams though, this one's from Honest Beauty. This is the Honest Deep Hydrating Eye Cream, or Deep Hydration Eye Cream. It comes in another little metal tube like so, and this is my second Honest Beauty eye cream that I've had. However, I think I like the other one better. This one is the eye cream, the other one was the hydration eye balm, and I don't remember why. I think I was like, oh, I'll just give this one a try. It's okay. I think that the balm just did more for me and like just helped kind of absorb and seal everything in, whereas this one, it was more like just a moisturizer. I don't think it's bad per se, but between this one and the other one from Honest Beauty that I tried in the little pot that's a balm, I prefer the balm one. However, when I went to try to repurchase that, Honest Beauty is apparently not at Target anymore, at least not in store. Does somebody know the answer to that? I guess I could probably just Google it. Yeah, I was a little bit upset about that, because I did want the Honest Beauty Hydration Eye Balm, but that was not an option for me, so. Okay, last thing for the skincare. This is from this is from Sunday Riley. It's the Good Genes All-in-One Lactic Acid Treatment. This thing is old. I'm gonna be so transparent about that. I definitely got this as like an extra perk from BoxyCharm. You know how like you can get BoxyCharm items for like, you know, 13 bucks, like, or like from BoxyCharm. So that was how I acquired this. As you can see, the writing is starting to wear off. But honestly, I really like it. It's very similar from my best recollection of like the Pharmacy Glow Serum. What's that, like the overnight? It's like an exfoliating honeymoon glow, something like that from Pharmacy. I think it's Sunday Riley's version of it. I liked it. Again, I don't have very sensitive skin except for like the weird stuff with my deodorants, I guess. But I feel like when I put this on, it really helps just exfoliate my skin, and if I have like any weird patches on my nose or anything like that, this, you know, they're gone. With that being said, would I purchase this again for like $70, because I'm pretty sure that's what it retails for? No. I'm trying one from Good Molecules. I was also looking for, when I bought that one from Honest, their retinol serum, retinol cream, but again, they apparently aren't sold in Target anymore, so at least not in person. But anyway, again, I am a fan of this. If this is something that's in your price range and you're interested in, I definitely recommend it. However, I don't know that it's in my price range to repurchase. So, okay, and last, let's go ahead and jump on into makeup. So again, I feel pretty impressed. Now that I've like laid it out, I guess it looks like a little bit less than it was already, but still, I've gone through a ton of things in the last 3 months, so I'm proud of myself. Starting off with my 3 mascaras. This first one is from Thrive. It's the Liquid Lash Extension Mascara. This one's in brown. Except apparently it's called Crystal Brown Black. This is not a brown black. This is a brown. It's like a darker brown, but it's a brown for sure. Oh, that's wild. Good thing I finished it. Anyway, sorry. So this I originally got from my mom. She wanted to try it. She didn't love it. Passed it on to me, and I've had it for a couple years. I said years. I really like the Thrive mascara, actually. I have considered buying it in black as like my everyday mascara, and I've also considered repurchasing this one in brown, but I do have some other mascaras that we're just gonna roll with. It's definitely a very liquidy formula, and it is that tubing style, so if that is something that you are not interested in, if you do not like the little tubes that come off, then this is not going to be for you. But there's a reason that it's like always compared to when it comes to tubing mascaras. It's great. Off of recommendation from Kelly Gooch, I picked up this Ulta Beauty Collection New Heights Lifting Mascara. She said, I've never tried the Item Beauty Mascara from Addison Rae's brand, but, right, Addison Rae? I think so. But this is what the wand looks like, and she says that it's very reminiscent of that, which it was like her favorite mascara, I guess, or like one of her favorites. And while I liked the way this made my lashes look, this transferred like nobody's business all over my face. Yeah, so I was not really a fan of that. Again, it looked pretty, but there was always consistently mascara under my eyes. So if that is a problem that you have, I would say steer clear away from this New Heights one. But I guess if that's not a problem that you have and you really liked the Addison Rae one from Item Beauty, then maybe check it out. I've heard they're similar. Again, I have never tried the Item Beauty one, but I have tried that one and it transfers. And then lastly for mascaras, I have this little mini of the Rare Beauty mascara. What's it called? Just the black mascara? I guess so. I really like this mascara actually. I mean, there's a reason that it's like everybody's favorite. I think it does a really good job separating and like defining and lifting my lashes. I didn't want to fully commit to a full size. I just have this thing, like, I don't know, I go through it with mascaras. There are some that I really love, there are some that I really hate, and I usually don't find one that's just like okay. So I was a little bit nervous to spend like the 30 bucks on like a mascara that I was gonna hate potentially. But I can definitely see myself repurchasing this in the large size once I get through some of my others, because I really do like this mascara. I thought it looked great. It's smeared and smudged occasionally on my lower lash line, but not a ton, so I'm not too mad about it. Going into brow products, this is the NYX The Brow Glue. This is my second one of these that I've gone through. I think it's a really solid drugstore brow gel option. I've mentioned it before, my all-time favorite brow gel is from Benefit. It's a 24-hour brow setter, but that one's $27, and I just feel like I can't justify a $27 brow gel, although it lasts me forever, so like maybe I should look at it that way instead. But as far as like drugstore options goes, I think this is a good one. Is it like the best brow gel ever? No, but it's good. Again, I liked it enough to purchase 2 of them. I do have a different one from Maybelline that I'm going through right now. We'll hear my thoughts about that next time around. But yeah, I can see myself repurchasing this, but in my heart, I just want my Benefit 24-hour brow setter. I think about that brow gel a lot. I feel like at that point I should just buy it, you know what I mean? Anyway, from e.l.f. I have the Instant Lift Waterproof Brow Pencil in the shade Auburn, I think. In the shade Auburn. This one, I really do like these brow pencils. They're definitely thick though. Like, I mean, you can see how thick around that is. That's the only downside to it, is it's definitely a thick brow gel or brow pencil, which is great for just like applying color, but if you're trying to be super precise, this ain't it. But I do love, I just threw it across the room, but I do love that these are only like $3.99 or something like that. Like, they're really cheap, so I love them. And honestly, I don't know why, but this is my favorite brow spoolie. Of all the brow products that I've ever tried, this one's my favorite spoolie. So I feel like something has to be said for that. Then for my, another one of my brow products, this is probably my favorite drugstore brow product. This is the NYX Micro Brow Pencil. This one's in the shade Taupe. This one's significantly thinner than the e.l.f. one that I was just showing y'all. Like, if I hold them up side by side, you can definitely see how this one is much more micro precise, whereas this one is just going to, I don't know where I cut off. I apply, for whatever reason, and like I apply my brow product the same way. Like, I brush it through with the spoolie, I apply the color, and then I brush it through again with the spoolie. But this spoolie on the skinny one gets so disgusting, whereas this one stays really clean. So like, I don't know what's up with that, but like, this one's disgusting. Like, I kind of want to show y'all, but like, it's gross. Whereas again, this one is clean, but I use them the same way. So I don't really know if it's just like, this is a more waxy pencil, so like it sticks. I don't know, but that's just something to keep in mind, I guess, if that's something that you care about. A little bit niche, but hey, to each their own. I'm not gonna judge you. And then moving on to a product that I hated. 2 products actually that I hated. This was, you can see there's actually still some left over, but I couldn't stand it anymore. This was the e.l.f. Hydro Grip Setting Spray. I think that it was a nice enough product, however, the mister on the bottle itself, I hated. Could not stand it. So I put it into this. Like, don't get me wrong, I want a nice, like a fine mist, but I don't want it to be like I can't feel the product. You know what I mean? Like, I need to feel that my makeup's getting locked in. So I transferred over to this Makeup Revolution setting spray bottle, and that was when I learned that I actually don't really care for this product. I just don't feel like it makes my makeup last very long. I feel like, again, I mentioned earlier, I'm not like the most oily person, but I feel like it kind of just like breaks my makeup up a little bit. So it just wasn't for me. I much prefer my Milani Make It Last setting spray. I'm really happy with her. Probably just gonna keep repurchasing that one. And then another product that I hate. If you have been checking out my project pan at all, again, also linked up in the cards, we all cheered and celebrated, I think, when I finally finished this off. This is the Kosas Wet Lip Oil in the shade Dip. It just, I don't like the texture, I don't like the feeling, I don't like the color, I don't like the consistency, I don't like anything about this. Yeah, I don't like it. So that's done, thank you. And then moving on to two products that I actually did enjoy. This was the pan from my ABH contour kit in the shade Vanilla. I did completely finish this off. Again, this was in my project pan. I used this as an under eye setting shade for a very long time, and then I was like, Megan, it's a little bit dark for you. So then I started using it as a lid setting shade before I would go in with my eyeshadows, and it worked great. I really liked it. I wouldn't repurchase it, but I'm very happy that I got to use it up in its entirety, and I'm very, very proud of myself for doing so. And then the other product that I love, this is going to be a little bit of a spoiler, so I guess if you don't want a spoiler for my project pan that's getting uploaded next week, skip ahead like 2 minutes, minute and a half, I don't know. But this is from Glossier. It's my stretch concealer in the shade G12. And this is what it looks like. I am a fan of these like creamy concealers, like a stick concealer or like a potted concealer, because unlike a liquid, it doesn't fully dry down, which has its pros and its cons, but I feel like it's just more flexible with my face as my face moves throughout the day, and I feel like they just look nice. This one was a like fairly light coverage. It was a good color for me. I hate that Glossier I don't want to say I hate that they redid their shade range, because like that's what but I hate that they redid the way that they numbered their shade range. So like this was G12, but now I have no idea what like their new equivalent of G12 is. I can't figure it out. So that's like my only downside with it, because honestly I would repurchase this. I really enjoyed it, but I just don't know what to repurchase. So there's that. And then lastly, it's a makeup remover pack from Target brand. I don't use this for my full face. However, when I do my makeup in the morning and I put on eyeshadow, I will just kind of like grab one and go underneath my eyes to make sure I don't have any fallout before I go with my face makeup. And then I reuse the same one like a week. I don't know, because I don't use a lot of the makeup wipe, you know what I mean? So if that's gross, that's gross. I don't really care. I'm happy with it. But yeah, I've repurchased a few packs of these, not this exact one, but the Walmart version, and I'm pretty happy with it. So anyway, that is everything. I hope you enjoyed the video and checking out the products that I have gone through and used up in the last couple of months. I'm very proud of myself. I have a ton of stuff in front of me. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 39-ish products with a little asterisk, because this is a pack of 4, but I didn't use all 4 of them this year. I don't remember how many I used, but we'll just count it. So I'm still, like, that's like almost 40 products regardless. So I'm really proud of myself for that. So yeah. If you do any empty sort of videos or project pans or anything like that, let me know down below. I love watching these and I will happily check yours out. But with that being said, I hope you enjoyed my video. If you did, I'd appreciate a thumbs up down below. Leave a comment if you feel kind of want to see more of me in the future. Go ahead and subscribe down below as well. And with that being said, I hope you have a great rest of your day now wherever you are, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!